favorite part of international basketball, Josh, where you can sing your national anthem loud and proud. Both teams meet in the middle and exchange pins, which is also a fun part of international basketball as you collect them.
Indeed, of course. Special occasion here as now we get set to introduce our 3 referees for tonight's game. Well, we're very proud to say we have 3 of the very finest coming from Turkey, Croatia, and Czechia. From Turkey, we have Yener Yilmaz. From Croatia, we have Martin Vulic. And from Czechia, we have Ivo Matajek. We're very proud and very thankful for our referees who've done a magnificent job from the qualifiers right up here into the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket, and they'll continue to do a magnificent job tonight. Now, Azania, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups. We probably will begin with Iceland. Key thing I'd like to know from, head coach Peterson is, do you go with the backcourt play of both Elvar Fredriksson and Mon Hermansen? But we'll take a look right now. Yeah. So Jan Axel Gudmundsson, Fredriksson, Mon Hermansen, they are there together. Ari Gunnarsson and the big man, FIBA Europe Cup champion with Bilbao, Tryggvi Hlinason.
Yeah, there's a big, and this is a starting lineup that they like. I think also number 15, Hermansen, is averaging those 20 points from the qualifiers. There he is, Martin. Perfect timing, thank you, and those 3 assists. He's undersized at 6'3", but plays so tough, physical, sacrifices his body. I really like his style. I got to commentate Iceland in the qualifiers. I really was impressed.
Well, we're going to see him in the Basketball Champions League next season with Alba Berlin. A fantastic year. But now let's look at the Israelis. And I would probably have no doubt Denny Avdia along with Yam Madar are going to be in the starting lineup here because, they have got to be the centerpiece. 2019. They were coached by the very same coach and won the under-20 FIBA EuroBasket. I mean, they are the face of this national team for many years to come. But as we take a look, Avdia, Yamada, now they're going to have Roman Sorkin inside, along with the big fella, Yuval Yuzman, and Tomer Ginat, as mentioned, the player who led them in scoring throughout the EuroBasket qualifiers.
I was really interested to see if Yamada started. Yesterday we were here for their practice, and, he warmed up with the team, but didn't finish the practice. Here is an exciting player, Avdia, and just 16.9 points. That's, the last time he played. No doubt, I think he's going to fill it up way more than just under 17 points. An exciting player. Obviously, he's playing in the NBA. They're going to look to him early and often.
Well, a shout out the official Tissot countdown to tip-off is underway, and a big thank you to Tissot for a magnificent partnership. Let's listen now to Coach Ariel Beit Halahmi. Well, there's head coach Craig Peterson. Started as a professional in 1989, playing in Denmark and Sweden. He worked with the Danish national team, but has been with Iceland since 2014. Of course, both Iceland and Israel have only ever met 3 times in any FIBA official competition. Yeah. It started back in 1976 in a pre-Olympic qualifier, and most recently, we're talking over a decade, 2012, a EuroBasket qualifier. The only player today to have played in that matchup was Air Steinarsson of Iceland. So you got to think, new players, new mindset, new approach. It's anybody's game today, Z.
It really is. It really is. And like you said, they haven't played in a very long time. So some really new faces, up-and-coming young stars. What I like about Iceland, they've got 10 players that are from that qualifying windows. And yes, it's a new day, but at the same time, that continuity, that chemistry that you have together is really important on the floor. Israel, 7 players that are from, but obviously they've come up through the young stages of playing national team basketball together. I'm super excited for this game and can't wait to kick it off.
Well, this is Iceland's 3rd ever EuroBasket. They've never won a game in this competition. For Israel, you got to go back to 1979, falling second to the Soviet Union. They came close, but again, history could be made by Iceland. Welcome everybody live here in the beautiful city of Katowice, Poland. 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. We're ready to get this one underway. Now the interesting part here for Iceland is knowing who is the primary ball handler, whether it's going to be this man right here, or indeed it's going to be Martin Hermansen. Well, Elvar Fredriksson will fire. Now, they are going to be a volley and three-point shooting team, Z.
They are. They like to light it up. No shot is a bad shot for Iceland. I think they come in early and try and get themselves going.
Zuzman going handoff with Yamadar. Now finding Denny Abdia. Puts up a tough one. That's good defense by Hlanassen. And here comes Iceland. Because the only size advantage they may have is down with this low. Man.
Yep.
He's not a foundation post, but he's going to have to play here. Inside the paint, now turning it over. Now the Israelis. Madar with the spin, but they're going to call a blocking foul against Jan-Axel Gudmundsson.
Interesting. Innocent down low there where he turns over the ball. He's 7'1". Dunk the ball. Instead, they turn it over and set Israel's transition.
And that's a good point you make, Z, because, you know, whether he played for Zaragoza in the Basketball Champions League in 2021 or, as we saw with Bilbao, he's not a foundation big. He's not a back-to-the-basket post. He's very much a utility big. But he can be a very good inside paint protector.
Push off.
Abdia getting called for the offensive foul.
That's a tough call.
Well, both teams struggling here in the first minute. Let's have a look at the replay. Watch Abdia. Bit of an extension there with the left arm.
Well, you need to settle in, you know. It does take a few moments. The heart rate slow down a bit, the nerves, and just let the game come to you.
Hermansen finds a bit of space for mid-range. Sokin just keeping Hlanassen off the offensive boards. Well, here we go, fans. Reverse slam, first 2 points. Going to Abdia.
Long and lean, and he's able to put the ball on the floor.
Well, that's a nice takedown the other end as Jan-Axel Gudmundsson responding. But the Israelis want to go quick.
Beautiful.
All of a sudden, the first minute, barren spell of play, but now you can see both teams getting each other on the counterattack.
Yeah, Sokin using that poise and patience down low in the key.
There's a high screen. Well, nice rejection. I think that's gonna, oh no, basket interference, so 2 points. Oh, great job by Fredriksson. Yep, whoa, that's close. Let's see if we get a more definitive replay here. Ooh, Z, what do you think?
Yeah, it's tough. Quick call. But we're very fortunate to get multiple angles and replays.
That's gonna be a foul against Jan-Axel Gudmundsson. That's going to be a defensive nightmare for Iceland because, you know, with a player like Denny Abdia, very complex. If you're bigger than him, he's going to take you to the perimeter. If you're smaller, he's going to post you up.
Yeah, real matchup nightmare where he's able to stretch the floor. You're right, put the ball on the floor also and get to the hoop. 6'8", great body.
Zuzman trying to find Yamadar. That's going to be a long 2. Rebound calmly collected by Hlanassen. And now here come Iceland.
Wow.
Oh, nice pass. And Fredriksson again getting inside the paint. Israel's defense just getting exposed.
Oh, Fredriksson just put the Jets on, didn't he?
Well, Gannett goes to the back door. And again, Israel finding ways to just get inside Iceland's paint. And you kind of feel if they bring Hlanassen away from the basket, that's going to leave a lot of exposed areas.
Yeah, opens up the floor. But both teams now settled in to their offense.
Israel done their scouting report. They don't want to give too much time and space for Iceland on the three-point line. Fredriksson finds Jan-Axel Gudmundsson. Nice closeout by Denny Abdia. And now the Israelis again want to run. Abdia.
Lovely.
Well, again, a good finish.
A little Euro step for the EuroBasket. Why not? Not going to stop that, Josh.
Well, he had to react quickly because Martin Hermansen was in good position to try and initiate a charge. Now Fredriksson. Nice penetration. Oh, Hlanassen got to go up, but getting denied again. Sokin came up with a block. Israel forced a turnover. Well, there's the mismatch. That's better recovery defense by Iceland. That time Goodison just had to put his hand in the cookie jar. because you got to imagine, we got the Icelandic fans to the left, the Israelis to the right. If Iceland wins tonight, it will be their first ever win in a EuroBasket.
Yeah,
that section's going to go crazy.
Here's the Euro step. When I was walking to the gym this morning, the Iceland fans were everywhere.
Oh, another Euro step by Avdia, and that time finishing against the big man, Linasson.
Really doing a good job, putting his head down, getting to the rim. Nobody stopped him.
2-possession ball game currently. Hermanson just trying to work his way around the screen. That's a good look, but he's unable to finish. And now the Israelis want to run again. Madar finds Sorkin. Bobs goes in way too easy.
I really like Sorkin, 29 years old, but just is so good with the ball. Catches it strong, finishes at the hoop.
Well, the aggressive nature of the Israeli players in the paints. That time a foul is going to be called, but they're going to call this one on the ground. Now, is it on Yam Madar or Denny Avdia? That's going to be a baseline possession. I think it's on Yam Madar.
It is.
Well, change coming in for the Icelanders, so Paulson will be checking in, along with Aya Steinason. Well, for Israel, veteran player Batsimo there again. The aggressive play by Sorkin. So Yam Madar's going to get a bit of a breather here in the first quarter.
Well, you don't want to pick up that second too early.
Hermanson, they want that three-point look. They're getting a deflection. Now the Israelis again looking to push this in transition. Oh, inside the paint is Sorkin just having his way at the moment against Tryggvi Hanassen, the big man, Zania.
Yeah.
He's got to step up defensively.
Well, you know I like a post player, but Sorkin just is round the rim.
Well, that will do their confidence. Paulson just nailing that one in the corner.
Paulson, one of Iceland's. I knew that was going to be a foul.
Steinisson's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, with Iceland, Jolson, Alston and Hermanson, they've been together as a crew since 2017 together, so those three Iceland players know them well.
That's the same play. That time Batsimo went backdoor. Not the first time the Israelis have gone for that, but they're unable to capitalize. 5-point deficit. Hermanson behind the back. Good ball movement. Finds Fredriksson, corner, goes up for it. And the man who's one of only 3 to ever get a triple-double in the Basketball Champions League now gets his first 3 points.
They needed that, but good team basketball, moved the ball well.
Iceland just starting to crash the paint. Got some more, he'll fire in the corner. Well,
it's the right back.
Like the elevation on this 3-point shot. That's what Iceland wants. They want to spread the floor, make as much room as possible. High pick and roll again with Linasson. Well, they leave wide open. Steinason will go. I don't think they're going to get much more of an open look than that one. Dia finding Ganat. Israel patiently trying to build this lead. Timur, pick and pop with Ganat. Surrounded. Finds Zuzman, he'll pump fake. Time is winding down. Now Sorkin from 15. Wow, he's on fire at the moment.
And he chef kisses the air. And they looked after that ball. They, gave up a good shot for a better shot.
This is good from Fredriksson. Going quickly to Zania. High pick and roll, aggressive penetration.
Yeah, and smart from him to use the reverse layup so the defender couldn't block him.
Well, both teams trying to go through the same sequence, but that time Avdia not able to get the 3. And Iceland want to run. Yuval Zuzman is going to get called for a foul on the ground. Now, Kadeem Carrington is going to check into the game for Israel, so I imagine he's going to probably be the primary point guard.
Well, and also just to keep up with a bit of the speed of Iceland, I feel like, here's Sorkin's little 15 baseline jump shot. But what Iceland are doing is, even on a make or a miss, they're getting the ball out and coming down fast.
Well, Iceland also making a change. Styrmir Thrastason subbing into the game. As you mentioned, the fast pace of this offense. Carrington matching up with Rastason. Well, there's a kick out. Steinason, he'll fire a three. He's had 2 good looks. Oh, Nassik got to go up with it. Wow, bit of contact.
Finish, yeah. Wow, no call.
Well, ever since making that move to Jerusalem, we're talking about Gidin Carrington, Sorkin finally missing. This has made the Israeli Winter League his home, now representing the national team. Elvar Fredriksson, he's made 1 3. Just a little off to the right that time.
Yeah, 2 from 7 from the three-point strike. We spoke about how much Iceland loves the three-point line.
Well, that's going to be the final team foul against Iceland, so no more to give. Because that defensive matchup nightmare for the Icelandic players when they're having to deal with him. So checking into the game for the Israelis, Nimrod Levy is coming into the game, while Adi Gunnarsson also subbing in here for Iceland. Because the majority of the Israeli, well, pretty much all the Israeli players, apart from Denny Avdia, playing in the Winter League in Israel. Well, for Iceland, then he played domestically. Nice crossover by Tomer Ginat. Not able to convert this one. And a foul, I believe, is going to be called against Baltimore. And that's going to be Israel's final team foul to give away.
Let's have a look here.
Tough one for sure.
Tough call. Felt like he had his hand. And maybe a little change up. Defense, let's have a look here. No, they go with man-to-man.
Steinason now switch, guided by Nimrod Levy. Iceland going to that dribble handoff. Well, nice dive, finds Powson. Bit of a delay call, so now Iceland can cut it down to 1 point here with 1:45 to go in the first quarter.
Patient whistle from the referees. Powson, though, good job to get that up quickly. Of course, knew the defender was on his back.
Well, they're going to bring in Rafi Menko, so knowing how he plays, especially when he spent his time with Hapoel Holon in the Israeli Winter League, and most recently with Tel Aviv, he's a very versatile player. You can play inside, but Zenya, look at this right now. Nimrod Levy, Sorkin, Rafi Menko. It's a much bigger team now. Granted, Iceland have brought in Manasseh back in, so Israel's got to take advantage of this.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Much taller, but how do you combat height with speed? And that's what Iceland do have. But if I'm Israel, I'm going down as he misses that. I'm going to go down, punish them around the rim, post up, which they've done very well with Sorkin.
Well, Christian Paus at the free throw line, played NCAA basketball at Marist College. He spent 1 season playing in the Netherlands for Aris Leovad as he makes the second free throw. 2-point lead currently here to the Israelis. Well, the gamble defensively. Elvar Fredriksson trying to put a hand up, and no problem. Yamada nailing it from downtown.
Yamada, he loves it. Averaging those 20 points in the windows. And those 6 assists as well. He could do a bit of everything.
Yamada just trying to fight his way around the screen. Fredriksson goes backdoor. Time winded down here for Iceland. Well, they got to shoot it. Fredriksson down the middle, gets it off in time. Nimrod Levy coming up with a rebound. Well, here's a play you don't want to allow any time or space from the three-point line. Again, Carrington. Denying the ball screen, going to his left. Has to take a tough contested mid-range, and not a great offense there for Israel.
No. Point guard called one play and the coach called another. I did see that, so they were out of sync, not on the same page.
They're trying to throw the ball down low, and Mako, that's the first time we've really seen a solid post entry with the double block for Manasseh. The foul's been given, so we'll now go to the free throw line. Here's another look at the three-pointer. Fredriksson going underneath the ball screen, and might not want to do that one against Yamada.
There's the fans, great shot. Iceland have travelled, so have Israel, so it's really nice atmosphere here. First game of the day. He knocks that one down.
Well, anytime truthfully Hanassa can make his free throws, this is a huge plus. Because you think about his professional career, whether he's played in Zaragoza, Bilbao, in the ACB, he's always been between either 40 or 60%. So makes them both.
There you go. 100% right now.
Right now, yep. Well, the Israelis, with 2 seconds difference, can try to go for possibly the last shot. Yamada patiently waiting. Looks like it's going to be a pick and pop here with Rafimenko. And now getting another one from Sorkin. This time Sorkin rolls. Mada goes himself. Charles the foul, so he'll go to the free throw line.
Good patience from him, though. Right there in the guts of the key. Gets fouled. 1.5 seconds. I did see the Israel team practicing their free throws, and it wasn't very good, Josh, and they had to run in practice yesterday, so it's going to be very interesting.
Well, the Israelis, as you mentioned, had their struggles, especially within the qualifiers. I mean, they're only a 71% free throw shooting team, so it's a valid point you make, but I like that offense they got there with Yamada. A quick pick and pop with Rafimenko, nothing of it, and then you go to Zuzman. But with a player like Yamada, Zania, he is the kind of player you can put the ball in the hands of at any crucial moment to try and create a bucket when needed by himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's, you know, he's hit the first free throw, but you're right. He's got the ultimate green light, knows how to get it done. He's not afraid of the moments either. I've seen him go off for multiple points as he goes 1 from 2.
Final seconds. Stanison puts up a prayer. That's not going to go. About the end of the first quarter, Israel leading by 4 points against Iceland. Live here in Katowice, Poland at the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. And slow start for both teams, but so far the tempo picking up between them.
Yeah, I said it's about, you know, nerves, settling into the game. I felt like this first couple of minutes was a bit sloppy, but then we got into, you know, 3 minutes in, routine, getting into plays, moving the ball. Here's the stats. I think, let's have a look. Yeah, Iceland shooting 2 from 8, 25%. You know they're going to let those go. They live and die by the 3. And 62% no for Israel.
Well, we're going to take a look at the highlights. Of course, right now the Israelis been led by Roman Sorkin, 8 points, but Denny Abdia, I mean, a combo position here at the EuroBasket. Very lethal, in fact. But you know, you talked about the speed of this man, Fredriksson. How do you keep up with him?
Well, I think you got to give him a step. You got to use the length. Soaking down low, I think, has done a really lovely job establishing inside. For me, inside, obviously I was an ex-post player, Josh, but when you establish inside like a Soaking, then you can kick it out, and then your shots, the three-point line starts to become fantastic. Iceland, on the other hand, are beating Israel at the speed game, and they're only down 4 going into the second quarter.
Well, Fredriksson leading them right now with 9 points. They only have 2 offensive rebounds, but although he's not necessarily a go-to player, but Hanassa may have to offer a little bit extra for Iceland because, or he's going to have to play longer because they, at some point, they need an inside presence.
Yeah, you're right. He's going to have to step up big. Big indeed. So a great first quarter, exactly what I want to see.
Well, fans, scan that QR code and download the Courtside 1891 app where you can get all the live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Courtside 1891, download it today.
I was watching the games last night. A great Finland versus Sweden. That was fantastic.
Wow.
Courtside.
It's been a magnificent opener for sure. Turkey getting a monumental win against Latvia. Of course, great games coming. The final being held in Riga. Israel getting first play here in the second quarter. Madar making 1 extra. Rafimenko, he can make these. Oh, Hanassin does it. Oh, no. That maybe Threevly Hanassin had knocked that one off of Dimitri Palitsin, but that's going to remain Israel ball with a fresh 14 on the shot clock.
Good job by Israel sticking with that. Those are the plays and moments that you've got to get. Those 1%ers that add up. The hustle gives them an extra possession.
Madar Being chased by Stanison. And that's going to be a legal screen against, Nimrod Levy. Well, you set quite a few screens back in your day when you played in the Olympics, especially, but the margin for error is very tiny.
It's really difficult. You've got to make sure your feet are set. Also, your guard has got to, help you out and not leave too quickly. The referees have been on that for quite some time now.
And now it's Iceland who can have the first play. Hermanson back in the lineup. Dixon just getting a bit of a breather. Well, Palitzer just trying to chase, and again, good defense. Israeli's trying to get into a quick set. Quite a lot of perimeter threats. It's now Levy coming up with a high screen. Carrington has a little mid-range, but again, just failing. Manasseh doing his job, preventing any second chance points. Oh, Jan Axel Gudmundsson. I mean, these are good looks right now for Iceland and Zania.
Don't know if I love that one, but I do like the rebound and go and make Israel have to get back on defense.
Well, Madago mid-range, giving away another offensive board. Carrington now going to his right. There's a hesitation. Well, no foul given. Well, here's Iceland. Good numbers. A little bit of contact and finishing under intense pressure. What a take by Ari Gunnarsson.
Wonderful job by Iceland. They get the miss, the defensive rebound, and they're off to the races again. 2-point game.
Well, watching them in the qualifiers, Iceland are run and gun. Nimrod Levy fires a three. Well, Palitzer went for the tip in. And now Iceland can level things up. Now, was he in the process of shooting? I think they're going to call this on the ground.
I think both teams, especially Israel, just need to, rein it in a little bit. I think they're complaining too much. They're trying to play for the foul. You've just got to let the referees do your job. When you act up and, try and play for the foul, the referees aren't going to give you that. I'll tell you that. For many years I played, you just got to play honest, and they'll do their job as well as you do yours.
Well, that's the second foul against Nimrod Levy. So the only player for Israel to pick up two. Hermanson locked up here with Kadeem Carrington. It's a great matchup. Hermanson goes all the way, but again, had a wide open look, but unable to finish. Is Israel just searching to try and build that lead yet again? Avdia bumping here, and there's contact, and he'll go to the free throw line. I'm quite sure the Icelandic fans agree with that, but I mean, there was clear contact for sure.
Well, I like his idea to go against that mismatch, go down low, post up, turn around, put the pressure on, into the free throw line.
As mentioned, Denny Avdia has been on the face of European and international basketball since representing both the U18 and U20 Israeli national team that won gold under his current coach. Because his father was a professional, moved to Israel where he played, and that's where he started with Tel Aviv. It was during the COVID lockdown, and then quickly getting drafted in the NBA by the Washington Wizards.
With Portland.
Yep, just signed that deal this season, so big, massive on him in his career. Hermanson, time, space, three. He's got to find that rhythm. He's got to get into that groove. Good defense.
Wonderful defense.
Now Iceland, then down by three. Fredriksson crosses over, goes in. Oh, should have got it.
Did a little flip there as well. And that's what I'm talking about. What they give up in height. Great job. Works his way around. Steals the ball, and then here comes Iceland. The crossover. Really a fan. Ferguson, his ability to that first step, get to the basket, does a wonderful job.
Well, he was their top player in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
15 points, well, actually second lead behind Martin Hermanson, but the part in his career where I really felt he announced himself was the move to Rytas Vilnius, where he played for Giedrius Žebrinas. Because he didn't have his mightiest season within the Lithuanian LKL, but he is one of only 3 players in the history of the Basketball Champions League to ever achieve a triple-double, and that was against Galatasaray in 2023 in the early season.
Yeah, that isn't easy at all, a triple-double. 30 years old, really knows himself well.
Abdia, right as an acid. A bit of a delay, but foul indeed has been called.
It's a patient whistle is the name of the game, and the referee is allowed to see how the offense goes. I do agree with this. At the top, just slaps that offhand as the basket can.
I mean, there's contact for sure, and I think
Abdia says, yeah, he slapped my hand.
Because you think about the physicality of the international game as opposed to what he's used to in the NBA, but I think also, I mean, it's the right call for sure. It's just probably the delay that's probably brought a little bit more of the reaction, I guess, here for the Icelandic team. Yeah,
but I think, as a player, you need to know that is a change that has happened in the last couple of years, that referees are allowed to see that. And I think as a player, it gets you frustrated because you're thinking, why aren't you calling that foul from the very beginning? But they are, are allowed to do that. They've added that to the game, so you need to kind of adjust.
So still here in a matchup. There's the high screen again. Vanassin, Fredriksson. Vanassin, unfortunately, the Fredriksson. Gnat trying to bump. And now extending Israel's lead to 5.
Good job from Gnat. Takes the bump, floats in the air.
Trying to find Fredriksson on the handoff. Another kick out. Next time the foul's going to be called against Tomer Gnat. It's only going to be Israel's. That's going to be their 3rd team foul here in. Oh no, 4th team foul, excuse me.
Yes.
So 4th team foul, they have no more to give. You're Iceland. Take advantage of this with the speed and get to the charity strike.
Yeah, that's a great point. 6 minutes 39, Josh. Get to the rim, don't settle.
I think through this high screen with Vanassin. Hermanson from 18, just a little too short. Abdia picking up the rebound. These Israelis right now would love to go into halftime with a double-digit lead. Sorkin has to jump to keep it alive. Abdia, he'll fire the 3. A big offensive ball by Zuzman, and good hands by Gunnarsson. Here comes Fredriksson. The speed, the strength, but Abdia said no, sir.
Good defense meeting him at the rim.
Well, Hermanson does well, avoids a block, and finishes with a little kiss off the glass.
But like I said, Iceland don't give up. They get that offensive rebound. Put it back in. That's a great job.
That's what I love about this Icelandic backcourt. They don't predetermine what they do, but what a move by Sorkin. Spinning and going baseline. The Fredriksson. That time getting stripped by Yamada. Israelis lead by 5. Abdia, he'll fire the 3. And another tip-in by Yuval Zuzman, extending their lead to 7.
Good job. Nobody puts a body on Zuzman, doesn't get boxed out, and stays with the play.
That's exactly what the Israelis did. Now, here's a block by Denny Abdia. Just a follow-up by Hermanson, but on that last play, Zania, it's Vanassin who's got to go close out Abdia, so at that point, you're right, they're left exposed.
Yeah, indeed, and Iceland was upset. A couple of teammates looked at each other and said, boys, we've got to box out. They know how tough this is going to be.
Well, let's go and listen now to head coach Craig Peterson.
Hey, let's go. Hey, we go fist flash. Okay, so Kitty's here, right? Kitty's here. One of the guards here. Tricky, you're rolling to here. You come across back door, hand up into a pin down, right? Go. Hey, when we're open, just keep fucking shooting. Fist flash.
Well, so far, Denny Abdia at 9 points. I mean, he's having a good game, but you can see right now he's taking responsibility on both ends of the floor. So he hasn't quite got that three-point shot going like he would like to for his national team, but, I mean, he's been outstanding.
Yeah, he has, but also he's been dominant, but also demanding of the ball. He had that down low post up here, the nice Euro step in transition, doing a bit of everything. We said he is a matchup problem. If he's got a shorter guy on him, he posts up. If he's got the bigger guy, he's going to drive.
Well, he's got 3 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 blocks, along with his 9 points. Pass is kicking out. Time winding down here for Iceland. Fredriksson finds Hermansen. He'll fire a 3. Can he get it? Oh, they look good, but they just don't go in.
2 from 11 now from the 3-point line. 2 from 12, excuse me. Here's the mismatch I was talking about.
Abdia kicks out. Sorkin's lead them. Just unable to get that one to drop, but here comes Iceland with numbers. Jan Axel Gudmundsson. 3-on-1, they don't take advantage. Goes to the post-up. Yeah. Identifying the mismatch against Yamada.
That's a good job because they did have numbers, Josh. They were 3-on-1 on the offensive end and decided to slow the ball down.
Lavdia this time goes to Tomer Ganad. Oh, no foul called. The jump ball is going to be given, so Iceland's going to get it back. I noticed there. Gudmundsson, Hermansen, and even Lanasic for a triple team.
Yeah. Clearly on their scout what to do.
Well, both teams making changes. Iceland bringing back in number 3, Aya Stanison, while Bartsimore, number 10 for Israel, coming back in. The atmosphere has been amazing tonight here at the Spodek Arena in Katowice, Poland. Two-possession ball game currently. Iceland currently 2 out of 12 from the 3-point line. There's a penetration, a little bump. Lanasic goes in, throws it down with 2 hands.
That's more like it.
Big man with a big play.
Timeout.
Well, maybe the beast has finally awakened. Looks like a frustration, though. Looks like he had a vendetta against the rim.
That's what I want to see from my 7-footer. With the defense and the ball in the basket. Timeout.
Well, timeout called by the Israelis. Ariel Beit Halafmi, head coach of Israel, probably wants to reorganize a few things on their offense. We'll go down to their bench momentarily to find out what the message will indeed be to his players. Now, see, if you are Israel, I mean, what are you going to change up in your offense right now? I mean, you're getting some, wide open, high percentage looks from the 3-point line, but if they don't convert, you got to find other ways to score.
I don't think it's their offense. I think it's their transition defense. They're getting good looks on offense. They've got Solkin. They're doing a great job. For me, is if you miss, you've got to get back very, very quickly and slow down Iceland. That's what the difference is.
Well, both teams do have 5 turnovers, but Iceland at the moment converting quite a few of those turnovers into transition points. Carrington tries to find an opening. Again, the mid-range. But Asa comes up with it. 3-point deficit. Well, there's a take, and again, another block. And that's Abdia. That's number 3. The foul is going to be committed. That's only going to be Iceland's 3rd team foul, so they do have 1 to give with 3:37.
Let's have a look here.
Yeah, number 3. Now, could he finish with a quadruple double tonight? Maybe, if the block count gets high enough. .330 left here in the first half. Opening game for both these two teams. Another foul, and that's it for Iceland. No more to give. That one's going to be against Paulsen. Just trying to block the cutter here, but oh no, it's not on Paulsen, excuse me. It's on Hermansen, yeah. Apologies to Christian Paulsen. It's actually Hermansen who picked up the foul. Abdia. There's a kick out, finds Tomer Ganat. Contested three is up. 10th attempt tonight for the Israelis. Now at 20%. Now Hermanson just trying to work the ball screen. Lanassa with a mismatch. Abdia, offensive board and throw it down, big man. Throw it down.
Way to stay with it, misses his first shot, gets his own rebound. That's his second slam.
Sorkin doesn't roll in time, but still keeps this one alive. Now he wants to go with Lanassa. Wasn't even looking at the basket. Lanassa comes up with it. Iceland can take the lead for the first time. He's patiently again, just trying to orchestrate everything through a high ball screen. Again, finds Lanassa. Trying to bump his way. And the foul's going to be drawn, so 2 free throws coming up for the big fella.
Listen, I just feel like, for me, he brings the ball down. You know, use that height. Look, watch what he does. This is the rebound and dunk. But on his last offensive possession, Josh, he always brings the ball down. Then you let other guys who are shorter than you come in and interrupt. But either way, he's being very dominant, precise, and very aggressive, and he's got 8 points and 10 rebounds. He's on his way to a double-double in this first half.
It's a very interesting story about particularly Hanas's when he started playing the game of basketball.
Yeah.
Because the closest grocery store to where he grew up was about 5.6 miles away. And you think about the climate within Iceland, you'd have to take a snowmobile sometimes to get to basketball practice.
How do you know this?
I just read about it, heard stories from a few of the Icelandic journalists.
Fair enough.
He might be one of only few basketball players on the planet to go through such a travel to get to basketball practice. Itai Segev subbing into the game. Israel now with under 10. Abdia hesitates. This time draws another foul. It's on Lanassa. That's going to be 2 more free throws coming up. That's going to be a second personal foul, I believe. Denny Abdia now potentially could become Israel's leading scorer and second player to get into double figures right behind Sorkin.
But yet again, Abdia doing a great job. Got the big fella on him. He stretched the floor at the 3-point line, uses his speed, uses his length, and gets to the bucket. Done a bit of everything. I like his game. Like we said, he's a mismatch problem for Iceland. Who's going to stop him?
Well, just getting the basket to dropping that one. But yeah, you look at these two teams, you kind of wonder how are they going to match up against Belgium, France, Slovenia, and Poland, because there's very different aspects about their game. And I think you're right about the Israelis. The transition defense is something they're probably going to reflect on, maybe even at halftime.
Well, I think it's halftime as you do. I said they don't have a problem scoring. They've got multiple guys that can score, 17, 18 points. It's the defensive end.
Carrington just trying to stay in front of Friedrichsen. There's a kick out. Final seconds. Ty Segev bumps. Israel coming up with it. Now with numbers. Carrington, trying to go to Rafi Mako. But Abdia unfortunately getting in the way. But now Iceland can take advantage with 90 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Jan Axel Gudmundsson, what a dime, what a pass. Not a foul, but it doesn't go in.
Good fake though.
Yeah.
Gets the defensive guys up in the air. Good patience, goes back to the free throw line.
He's got to be able to make his free throws.
Yeah.
It's going to be crucial tonight, but
You keep saying tonight, it's 2:40, Josh. We're here all day.
the atmosphere is so electric. It's,
I know it's dark in here, but we've got 3 games today.
well, we're not quite used to these early tip-offs as well. But that's why I love the EuroBasket. You've got so many games in one day.
I'm like, tonight, is it dinner time yet? But either way, it's game time. That's what it is. There it is.
So now officially 50% from the free throw line. Now has 9 points. Second leading in scoring right behind Elva Friedrichsen. The timeout is going to be called as these two teams will talk it over. 1:21 to go here in the second quarter. So far, the Israelis holding on to a slender lead.
Hey, Jónaksson Elvar, Martin, Kirti Tryggvi, 2-1 í 2-3. Þeir að teikna eitthvað rosa play núna. Við þurfum 2-1 eftir 2-3. Bara hreyfanlegir einu sinni. Herru, spilum bara svæði þegar þeir byrja eitthvað play. Reynum að fara í maður. Ok, erum með á því? Hey, next time up, we run 2. Okay, so let's say Elva or Martin, you're coming out, here's Trinky, then you're gonna cut like this and set up this ramp screen. If they follow you, Trinky's going, and then we pop out, right? If they go underneath, come into it.
Well, Tryggvi Hanassen right now leading the way here in terms of second chance points, but it's interesting, Zania, had he made both of those free throws, he would have had a double-double by now. He's got 10 rebounds, 4 offensive. He's becoming a bit of an X-factor, a bit of a mismatch for the Israelis.
I think he's doing a great job too, because obviously he's the only big guy on the floor. He's doing a wonderful job keeping Israel to one shot, getting that rebound. But then on the offensive end, even when he does miss, he's sticking with it and dunking the ball. So a little full-court press from Iceland out of the timeout. They've gone into a 2-3 zone.
Abdia firing another 3. So out of bounds, no foul given. The Israelis will get it back. It's interesting to see how the Israelis will break down the zone defense.
The zone always interests me because when, the other team scores, teams usually get out of the zone instantly, but you get scored on one-on-one all the time. You don't come out of, man-to-man defense. They've gone back to the man-to-man. So it's just one play.
So there's the ball screen with Itai Segev. A foul has been given, so Segev will go to the charity stripe. And if that's on Hanassen, that's going to be number 3. And so it's not on Hanassen, so that's a huge plus for Iceland. Okay. That one's on Paulson. Itai Segev started his pro career as a youngster in 2012 in Tel Aviv. Of course, also played for the likes of Apoel Hulania. Spent 1 season after with Irani Nahria, played in France for Gravelines, Dunkirk in the north of France.
He knocks down his free throws.
2-possession ball game. Now, if Iceland plays their cards right, they can't go 2 for 1. This is an aggressive show on the screen. But good recovery from Segev. I like that, Azania. Segev coming out, hot aggressive show and getting back in time to prevent the low entry pass to Hanassen.
Yeah, and that's what you want, energy coming off the bench, not giving up on the defensive play.
Six on the shot clock. Hermanson might want to go quickly. Not a lot of time. He'll go for a deep 3. Now will go out of bounds.
Probably their worst offensive play so far in that half. They've been very productive and just was under the pressure of the shot clock. So good defense from Israel.
Well, neither team's really been able to find that rhythm from the perimeter, but that could change in the second half.
Oh yeah.
Right now for Iceland, they want to defend one final possession. 6 seconds difference between game and shot clock. Finding the ball in the hands of Denny Abdia. Remember, Iceland, no fouls to give. Abdia, pump fakes, finds Yamada. Final seconds off the drill, puts it up. Hanassen, another rebound. Iceland's got a bit of time, and now here comes Hermanson. Hermanson, he'll put up a 3. And they just won't go, and that is the end of the first half. Live here in Katowice, Poland. for the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket. Israel leading by 4, and it's had roller coaster, ups and downs so far between both teams.
Yeah, really good first half. And just, you know, back and forth, teams finding their rhythm in this first half. There's the three-point percentage I want to see. Yeah, both teams low, 2 from 11, 2 from 4 for Iceland, 14%. So, you know, three-point line hasn't been kind. Free throw line, though, has been 8 from 10. Good job from Israel. Being aggressive, 6 from 10 from Iceland. So, a couple of lead changes back and forth, 5 lead changes. And the rebounding game even. Assists 9 to 7 and steals. So there we have it.
Well, we're going to take a look at the highlights from the first half very soon. Denny Abdia currently having quite a good game with 4 rebounds to go with
11 points.
His 11 points indeed and 3 blocks. But right now the Israelis probably feel they should be leading. Elva Fredriksson with 11 points and Lenassin 1 point away from a double-double for Iceland.
Well, the biggest score lead for Israel was 8, but Iceland stuck around.
Well, there's your head-to-head between the 2 key players, as mentioned with Denny Abdia. But, you know, Martin Hermansen just hasn't really found that groove. Only 1 out of 10 currently from the field. And, you know, he's not necessarily a confidence player, but, you know, do you play him off guard? Do you play him on guard to find ways to build that confidence?
Yeah, well, here's the second quarter best plays. And for me, I've spoken about it. I think Iceland have done an incredible job using their speed, getting out in transition to stop the length and the height of Israel. They've done a great job. Israel, on the other hand, have wonderfully taken the contact, finishing, getting to the free throw line, multiple guys stepping up, scoring, and really playing to their strengths.
Well, there you can see the fans of both Israel and Iceland just sitting amongst smoke right next to each other behind their benches. Of course, Iceland waiting and waiting since making it to the 2015 EuroBasket for their first victory. But as of now, they are being led by this man, Elva Fredriksson, but the good defensive presence, the 3 blocks from Denny Abdia. Z, what can this man not do?
Yeah, Abdia, I think he's shown his full arsenal of offense, and then also, you know, he is playing on both sides, but the big fella for Iceland, Henderson's done a really good job. We're on double-double alert for him. There he is, rocking the rim. He's playing well.
Well, 20 points in the paint for Iceland and Israel. Of course, a lot of that has come in transition for Iceland. Both teams a combined total of 11 points off turnovers, but it has been the fast break points, 13, much better from Iceland than the Israelis. And Z, you alluded to it, that's down to their very aggressive man-to-man defense.
Yeah, exactly that. Only 8 points for fast breaks for Israel.
Well, fans, it's half time. We'll be back in just under 12 minutes for the second half of the FIBA EuroBasket between Israel and Iceland.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
Now to Jokic again, and Fontecchio comes up with a steal. He's going to go all the way, and he gets a shot off. Unbelievable. Fontecchio. Look at this again. It starts with a great defense. You get your hands up, and then watch him go the other way.
Robertson looking to go coast to coast. 3-point shot. Oh my word! Magic Markkanen up off his feet, and so too are the Finn fans.
Final seconds, ticking off the clock here in the third quarter. Como gets rejected by Garuba. Lucas from a long way out. Good! Can you believe it? The second game in a row. A shot from half court or even beyond. And Greece take a 4-point lead to halftime. Well, another three. Pavel Popic. Pavel all the way. Oh, baby! Amen! Svidovisa! Sabrisi! Unbelievable! Are you serious?
Doncic comes up with the steal. And look at that pass from Doncic. Giddy up, says the Mavericks superstar. And Stoyan Ivkovic might be breathing some fire in this timeout.
First round of 16 game comes down to this. Fournier with a little runner short, but there's no Gobert at the putback. Can you believe it? Big bad Rudy Gobert goes up for the putback dunk. And boy, Turkey are lucky they did not also blow the whistle on that play. Here's Markkanen, guarded closely by Wancho. He spins, he solves the double team, and comes. Oh, what a block by Hernan Gomez. He was triple teamed, and it was just too much.
Into the half court, puts it on the floor, down the lane. Oh!
Incredible beast.
Where did he take off from?
The guard goes off.
Wow.
And this is going to be shown over and over again.
Here's Doncic. Oh! Are you kidding me? It's like he's in his backyard, in the driveway. He is just, well, he's not from this planet.
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
Welcome back, basketball fans. We're live here in Katowice, Poland for the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket, where currently it is Israel leading by 4 points against Iceland. Well, here are your top scorers from the game so far, in which Elvar Fredriksson is leading the way currently here for Iceland. And so far, he has been exceptionally, very dangerous in transition. Right now with 11 points. Currently 3 out of 5 from inside the rainbow and 4 out of 8 in total. Well, he's been tough indeed. Right now, he also has a little bit of assistance coming from Trigli Hanassen, but I just wonder if he's going to be able to maintain this. He's definitely going to need some help from Martin Hermansen, but, well, it will be interesting.
I think he can. He's in shape. Definitely his first guy down the floor. What he's also doing really well is that reverse layup. The reverse layup prevents the taller player coming over and blocking his shot. Also stretching the floor, nothing but net, splashes it in. So really playing with great confidence.
Well, there you can see the shot. He has attempted 3 3-pointers. He's made that one only in the corner. But, as with him, all he needs to do is make 1 or 2, and that's it. He gets into a rhythm. But, Azania, Israel's front court defense, they do make it very tough here for the Icelandic players.
Yeah, they do, and that's what I kind of like what he's done this offense. He's changed it up. He's put the speed on. He's stretched the floor. He's constantly, his eyes are on the basket.
Well, for the Israelis, currently led by Denny Avdi in terms of, production with 11 points. He does have 4 rebounds and 3 blocks as it stands, but you would expect that with this man's caliber, his talent, especially playing with the Portland Trailblazers in the NBA. But one area he's probably been a little bit frustrated is he hasn't quite got a rhythm as well, just like the Icelandic players from the 3-point line.
Yeah, but he's shown that if that gets taken away, he's going to the bucket. I thought he's done a good job being aggressive, getting downhill. I love that. There was a lovely article on him and why he wears number 8, and number 8 is infinity, and he talks about there's no limits and what he wants to do on his game, and I think this is a great example of it. He's able to do multiple things, go deep into his offensive bag. Nobody's able to stop him yet. There you see the shot chart. Okay, he hasn't hit a 3 yet, but he's able to stretch the floor. Okay, he hasn't hit the 3, but the defense have to respect him. They run out, he puts it on the floor, gets to the rim.
Well, the only Israeli players currently have connected from the three-point line, both Yamadar and Bat Simor. You know, just behind Denny Avdia's Roman Sorkin, who currently does have 10 points. He's 5 out of 6 from inside the rainbow. You know, he really got things going for the Israelis early on. And one thing I liked about him was he had no problem going up against the much bigger, more physical Tripoli Hanassan inside the paints.
Oh, yeah, he was on fire for that little run, wasn't he? He's 5 from 8 from the floor. I really liked it. I spoke about it earlier in the game of the dominance around the rim. That's what you want as any team. As there's some of your leading scorers. We're looking for the double-double for Henderson. But, yeah, I like that Solkin found, you know, his strong points. He has great timing, great hands, soft around the rim, and then you can kick it out. But good job from him also.
Now, we saw Iceland very briefly go into that 2-3 zone matchup.
Yeah,
do you
for
think
2 seconds.
2 seconds, yeah. Do you think we're going to see that again at some point?
No, I don't think so. I think their man-to-man can handle it. You've seen them double team, though. You know, at one point I think we saw a triple team down low from Iceland. So they do have it in their bag, and you kind of do want multiple things on your defense. You want different looking in zones, you know, 2 3s, a 1 2. You want loads of different things to throw at a team. But for me, what I've really enjoyed about Iceland is the fact that, okay, they might be a shorter team, but that they are quicker, they work harder, they're constantly moving, and it's difficult for myself that I know I'm 6'4" in height. When you play a smaller player, they can be quite annoying, and you know, you've got to take up space, and they've done a good job. A great first half.
Well, Trygve Hanassan, Ori Gunnarsson, along with the likes of Aya Stenson and Henningsen all have, or excuse me, no, Gudmundsson all have 2 fouls each. Not too much of a concern.
You was telling me on the way here, the sons, and about Iceland, that they're named after their father, right?
That was an assumption, of course. It just...
No, it's true.
Oh, it is true.
Yeah, I
okay.
did my research, yeah. So whatever their father's name is, then they add the son.
Interesting.
On the end. So I would be Dexterson. You?
I'd be Michelson, I believe.
Okay.
I like that. That's beautiful.
There we
that is. Well, that is the beauty of international basketball, of
history
course.
For you?
And you're bringing cultures together, and what better way to do it? It's been a magnificent summer. We've had the Asia Cup, recently the AfroBasket, but now here it is the EuroBasket. So many teams, of course, can be contenders for this championship. You look at this group, you've got Slovenia with Luka Doncic. With France, you've got a very young team, but you've got many players right now who are playing in the prime time here, not only in Europe, but also in the NBA. So with these teams, you know, dare to dream. We got Poland in this group. Poland knocked out Slovenia in the quarterfinals, excuse me, getting to the semis.
Yeah.
So it's anybody's game here at the EuroBasket, but Elba Fredriksson currently with 11 points. They're going to need either more from him or they're going to need a collective effort because they have it in them, but they need to find that first ever win here at the EuroBasket. Basel fans, scan that QR code and download the official FIBA EuroBasket app on your smartphone, tablet, or Android, where you can get all the best news, highlights, and content that matters to you most. The official FIBA EuroBasket app, downloaded, scanning that QR code. 1979 was a very long time ago. That was the only time the Israelis have ever made it to the final of a FIBA EuroBasket, losing against the Soviet Union. Because back then, Lou Silva and the great Mickey Berkovich, was the year after they'd go on to win the FIBA Intercontinental Cup together at the club level. These players on both teams building that history, that legacy. Sorkin hasn't made a three tonight and gets only the third one tonight for the Israelis.
Oh, lovely job. Catches it in rhythm, lets it go. Kind of shakes it off as he runs down.
He's now Israel's leading scorer, 13 points. Gudmundsson, Friedrichsen, Hermansen, Gunnarsson, and Lanasson all on the floor for Iceland. 7-point lead. Hermansen penetrates. Does have his rub, a wild one. And now Avdia comes up with it. The Israelis. Sorkin kicks out. Yamada finding Tomer Ginat. And Sorkin now again getting points in the paint. Had to react very quickly.
Yeah, so quickly. He wasn't even ready for that pass. But good team basketball from Israel.
Friedrichsen denies the screen, and he's going to draw a foul against Deni Avdia. That's going to be his second personal. What's that like for you as a big when you set those ball screens and they deny it? I mean, does that work in your favor? They go the other way, or?
Yeah, I mean, you have to throw different looks. That's what I said about it before. But Iceland likes this high ball screen.
Time about to expire here on the shot clock. Lanasson.
Gotta go.
Let's pass it out. Nope. It's a 24-second violation. Lanasson, every time you've got to take responsibility. You've got to go to work. 2 seconds.
Yeah, they didn't know. They didn't know what was on the clock, and it's part of the game too. But wonderful defense from Israel. That's their second shot clock violation this game.
The Israelis can have their first double-digit lead of the night. Tomer Ginat just trying to isolate. Avdia baseline goes in and finishes with ease.
And no help defense comes over. So wide open layup.
Well, that's going to be a backdoor violation there. Good hands by Yamada. Well, was that Yuval Zuzman who put the hand in?
Well, all of Israel's hands are active. Everyone's on the same page on the defensive end. Great job. So the last possession was a shot clock violation, and in here, get the turnover.
Well, good response, but unable to come up with it. Avdia finds Tomer Ginat, goes in with a teardrop. Great work by Lanasson, just able to tip that off the front rim. That's going to remain Israel ball on the baseline. Now Yamada inbounding this for the Israelis. Israel just with a bit of congestion, but now they have the space. Ginat trying to ISO, post up. Well, right now, that's a tough play.
Really good job from Ginat. Down low.
14-point lead currently. Iceland just need to find a spark. Well, the pass just not high enough for Lanasson. Yamada didn't need one. I mean, he worked for it, but he was always going to be able to get a hand in the way. And here's the post up.
Yeah, look at that. Really physical, but I love that post move.
Oh, great work, but missing from point-blank range. Getting his own rebound. Axel Gudmundsson able to score inside the paint.
Good execution. Israel coach upset with that. I would be too.
Sorkin going for a deep three now, hitting his second one here in the second half, and only the fourth one for Israel.
Back-to-back threes for Sorkin.
Shows the Israeli fans right behind their bench. Well, good hands by Sorkin.
Sorkin's playing well, and they get
8-second violation.
Yeah. He's saying that Sorkin touched the ball over the other side. Sorkin playing well. There he is on right there at the half. Not only playing defense, but has 8 points too in this quarter alone.
I think the worrying part for Iceland, that's already their 3rd turnover here in the 3rd quarter.
3rd turnover and empty possessions also on offense.
Get out again. This time Goodison just standing strong on the post defense. Wow, that's going to be 3 free throws coming up for Yamada. Tough foul to give away by Aya Stevenson.
Just need to come together here. Here's the foul.
It's intelligent by Yamada because
So smart.
He's feeling them right on his right shoulder, so he knows at that point, anything I go for now, I'm just going to draw that contact.
Big IQ move because Yamada usually takes a little bit longer to get that shot off. His hand goes on top of the ball, so it takes him some time, but really smart to understand the defense is on his shoulder and to shoot. Yeah.
Currently playing in Tel Aviv, or at least now going into his 2nd season after playing in the Easy Credit Bundesliga in Germany last season. But when we say Tel Aviv, he'll be playing on the red side of Tel Aviv. Because for those who love their international basketball, Tel Aviv, when it comes to the sport of basketball, split by red and yellow.
Yellow and blue. Yellow and blue?
Yep,
yellow.
correct, yep.
Yeah. This is a big moment here for Iceland. Haven't come out in this 3rd quarter, locked in and need a bucket.
That's the penetration, and again, much better going to the lane. And this time with the aggression, Israel quickly getting the ball inbound. Avdia goes in and getting denied. Or have they caught a foul? And if it's on Hanassan, that will be number 3. And we'll take a look at the replay. Well, here was the bucket. And look how quickly Madar getting it, hugging the sideline. Handoff there with Avdia. More like a basket interference, to be honest, but you can see Hanassan protesting his innocence while the Israeli head coach, Ariel Bein Halafmi, is wondering, should this be upgraded? But our official, Martin Vulic, well, no, I think they've called this one well. So 2 free throws coming up for Denny Avdia.
I need to use that one, Josh.
Or protesting the innocence?
Innocence, yeah. I didn't foul, ref. Wasn't me. It's usually the case, right? But 13 points. Can he add to it?
So this is tough now if you are Iceland, because does Craig Peterson take out Trivli Hanassan, knowing that he does have 3 fouls, but you take him out, you don't really have a natural center out there.
Yeah, that's such a great point. You lose your height, your presence down low on offense and defense.
Yep.
That's big. If I'm Israel, I'm going to attack him every possession.
The Israelis again back up by 17 points. Hermanson tries to split the ball screen, and in the end a foul's been given. That's going to be on Denny Avdia. That's going to be his 3rd foul as well.
I need Martin Hermanson to get going here. You know, he's 1 from 11. Really struggled to find his offense. His team needs it.
Well, the Israelis indeed have defended Martin Hermanson very well tonight, and Kadeem Carrington coming back into the lineup, so Avdia will go out.
What Israel have done also very good, Josh. They've gone deep into their bench. They've played 11 guys. They've really rotated, kept the players fresh, maybe also to keep up with the speed of Iceland. They've done a great job.
Gudmundsson trying to drive aggressively, but now Hermanson. Well, here's a switch on defense. Goodison fires a quick 3. Oh, can that boost their confidence?
Well needed bucket, the catch and quick shoot. They needed that.
Yes, he did magnificently. Took it right up where he caught it. That cuts it down to 14. Well, nice pass. Oh, getting intercepted. Good defense. And now Iceland trying to build on the three-pointer. Iceland coming up to the high screen. Another foul drawn. That's going to be 3 team fouls against the Israelis.
Yeah, puts up his hand. So that's me. Good little in and out. Stops the defense. And it's his second foul. So timeout's been called.
Well, we're going to go down to the benches to find out what the coaches have to say. But currently, Israel leading by 14 with 5:39 to go here in the third quarter.
למה העזרה המיותרת הזאת? למה העזרה המיותרת הזאת? No, on offense, play serious like we started the game. Enough over dribbling. On this. Play sharp. Arrive to the punch and let's go. We are running one time. The four for you. I need a foul from him. Draw the foul. Right, here we go. Watch the play.
Well, I love that, Josh, because even though Israel is up 14, coaches called the timeout and said, let's play serious. Let's not just get lackadaisical, get lazy. He said, you're dribbling the ball. You're not playing as a team. I love that. Even though they're winning, he wants perfection. And that is something that you want, one, from a head coach, but also early in the tournament, you want to build good habits, and Solkin hits that 3 there.
Well, definitely wants not only the intensity, probably the intelligence, because they've given away quite a few silly fouls here. And it's all down to the high ball screen with the likes of Vanassin and, as we've seen already, with Hermanson. Galissa goes baseline. Vanassin. Oh, turns it over.
Brings the ball down, Josh.
That's a very valid point you made in the first half.
Yep.
Gamble there by Stanison. Sorkin, he's made 2 threes. This man right now, he's on fire.
Make it 3. Really great job. The quick trigger of Solkin is excellent. Kick ball.
21 points tonight for Roman Sorkin. Of course, all come here in the third quarter. And, we asked the question, if one of these teams finds that rhythm from the perimeter, they're going to build that lead and run away with it. Right now, that's Israel. 17-point cushion. Halfway to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, they did. It was only 2, wasn't it? 2 3-pointers in the first half, and he has the next 3 on his own. But he started hot in the first quarter, actually. Solkin. And is going on a run of his own.
Well, now they find Vanassin. Fredrickson, that's going to be a kickball violation. Just kind of feel that Jeremy Vanassin, as I mentioned, is not usually his go-to offensive option. I mean, we saw that this season when he did play for Bilbao in Spain, but right now down by 17. Big man, just go to work. You're in the paint. You've got that advantage.
Oh, Iceland's subbed in 3 new guys. Fresh legs here.
Fredrickson finds an opening. Oh, good hands by Yuval Zusman, and forcing yet again another Icelandic turnover.
Defense, defense has been really good for Israel in this third quarter. Everyone's been on a string, moving, the help is right behind, and it's a big reason why they've scored 20 points to 7 Icelandic's third quarter points.
Well, definitely a part of that timeout you heard there from Coach Ariel Beit-Halafmi. I mean, it was quite intense, but play smart, of course.
There's Solkin.
There's the pump fake. Tries to go in with a bit of a dream hook, but that time defended well by Vanassin. If you're Iceland, you want to cut this down below 10 before going into that fourth quarter. Paulson, time, space, 3. And now we'll get the crowd back into it.
Yeah, they needed that one. Wide open. And lets it go.
Israel still with the advantage. But Sorkin's feeling confidence. Now he'll just cool down.
Little heat check.
Well, goes himself. Contact, but he's unable to get the @1, and that would have been big. A great take by Thrasison, so he'll go to the charity stripe for 2 shots.
Yeah, wonderful job from Thrassis.
Look who's in the house. 2004 NBA champion Chauncey Billups, current head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, and the assistant GM, Mike Schmitz. You know what? I saw Mike Schmitz only last week or 2 weeks ago in Angola, the FIBA EuroBasket. Currently also assistant coach of the Ugandan national team. Great to see the international connections in the NBA.
Well, they're here to have a look and watch their player. They're on the bench right now. Knocks down the free throw. Well needed bucket for Iceland. Really struggled in this third quarter.
12-point deficit, 5-0 run currently from Iceland. Iceland do have 2 fouls to give. Now Zuzman tries to tower as well. They've called another foul. So Zuzman will go to the, oh no, that should be on the ground. Shorazina's gathered step. Oh yeah, baseline ball coming up.
Yeah.
It's on the ground.
Yeah, out of bounds play.
I just wondered because he was in his gather step, but no, I think that's the right call for sure.
Referee's just gone over to the table, double checking everything is correct. Thumbs up is up. Ready to go.
Well, he's seen some good comebacks from his teams over the years. 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifiers at home to the Netherlands. They made a great comeback. It's Carrington. That time unable to score. Now Iceland on a 5-0 run. Fredriksson just less inclined to go for the quick 3. But now he'll go for a step back. And he's fouled. So now 3 free throws coming up for Iceland. Robin Sorkin insinuated that maybe there was a kick out.
Well, let's have a look here. No, that's the perfect call. He's saying he kicked out, but what he did, Solkin landed in his shooting space. You've got to let the offensive shooter go up and down and land, and that's the right call. Even though we get the pleasure of seeing the replay.
So it is indeed going to be 3 free throws coming up for Elvar Fredriksson. And interestingly, now that we are here in Katowice, Poland, next season, he will be playing in Poland. He'll be playing for one of the strongest teams ever in Polish history, Anwil Włocławek. Now with a chance to cut it down to single digits if he can convert all 3 free throws. We just have a slight issue. I think there's a problem with the shot clock. Maybe as Martin Vulic, our referee's going to the scores table. Oh, you got to love these fans. You got to love both fans. The atmosphere that both the Israeli and Icelandic fans bring, I mean, it can be very exhilarating at times.
And really have been a big part of the success of this Iceland team, of coming back. Like I said, it doesn't matter what the score is, they're going to play till the very end. When that buzzer goes off in the 4th, they, you know, hold their head high and proud, and these fans have traveled. They've all got their Iceland shirts on. And they're in this left-hand side, well, right-hand side behind the bench.
Well, it's only their 3rd ever FIBA EuroBasket. They qualified back in 2015 in Berlin. Didn't win a game. It became the same outcome again in 2017 where they finished in 24th place. Can they finally find a way to get their first win out of FIBA EuroBasket? Why miss a second one?
Well, free throws are going to be important. Iceland 9 from 14, 64% today. You can't shoot that low and try to get back into the game. To me, like a nice 75, 8% is the percentage that I like.
10-point deficit. Israel, led by Roman Sorkin here in this game so far. Carrington initiates a bit of contact and now getting in the lane.
Really good job, Carrington.
Oh, another foul. That's a silly foul by Baltimore because She's going to send Elva Fredriksson back to the charity stripe.
Yeah, they're in the penalty, just under 3 minutes, and this is how you get back into the game. This is why I was talking about the free throws being so important.
And you also made a very good point in the second quarter, because when they got into the penalty very quickly, the speed at which you said Iceland plays out, that's the advantage. I mean, here's what Israel needs a little bit more from this man, Kitty Carrington. But Iceland, do they have the stamina, though, to keep playing at this ferocious speed?
I think they do. I think it's their style, it's what they train for. I've never not seen them play fast. And you're right about Carrington. That was his first bucket of the afternoon, Josh. So hopefully now he starts to heat up.
Well, Fredriksson so far tonight, 15 points. 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. And that's going to be Iceland's final team foul to give away. Well, Rafi Menko getting ready to sub back in for the Israelis. Yuval Zuzman is going to go to the bench, take a breather. Well, Zuzman's had some good moments.
Yeah, he has. And like I said, Israel have gone deep into their bench. And when you've got a long tournament like this, the fact that you can go 10, 11 players is incredible.
Circle is wide open. Baltimore's made 1-3. Under pressure. That goes out of bounds. Iceland will get it back.
Good tough defense from Iceland. Really having to put a shift on the defensive end. And they punch the air. They know that's a big stop.
So that last offense, Zania, they went to Baltimore. Again, it was actually Roman Sorkin with 21 points. He was wide open at the top of the three-point line.
Well, Sorkin will come out of the game. He's got 21. He'll probably stay out until the 4th.
And Iceland cut it down to single digits. Fredriksson. Paulson made his last 3. Not going to get this one. Another offensive board coming from Lanassin. Well, that's going to be an offensive foul against Elva Fredriksson.
So a tough call, but good job. Moving his feet, getting his body there. Look, gets over, takes the bump. Good defense.
It's only his first personal foul of the game, so not too much of a concern for them. I mean, a wasted opportunity to try to get into that single digit, because that's got to be key with 2:05.
Yeah.
You want to get into single digits.
I think these 2 minutes are really important, you know, going into that 4th. If you can chip it into single digits, it's doable, especially the way Iceland play. They play fast. They haven't shot the 3 great today. Only 24%, 4 from 17. Sooner or later, you're going to heat up. They just got to stick around. Israel, on the other hand, needs to put them away.
Carrington, primary ball handler again for the Israelis. A little bit of ghost action with Rafi Menko. But now getting the full screen from Segev. Carrington pulls up. Segev towering for the offensive board. Another kick out. Menko, corner. Fredriksson getting the board. Because they have to build. Lanassin surely now got to go to work. Not a bad foul by to make it not be goods.
It's a bad free throw shootout.
Yeah, 50% tonight. I mean, he's got to be able to make them, though. Well, Iceland going to bring Jan Axel Gudmundsson back in the lineup. So Paulson will take a breather. Then you can see Denny Avdia just currently on the bench. And I imagine if this game gets close, for sure we're going to see him play extensively in the 4th quarter.
Well, Iceland 12 from 17 from the free throw line.
Oh, again, now 3 out of 7. But yeah, what I like about that last play, finding him in the paint, he made that seal off. Not at the double block, but slightly closer to the rim, because, as we've already alluded to, he's not a foundation big. He's not going to be the back to the basket post up.
Interesting. So the first one he shot too heavy, hits the back of the rim, and then that one hits the front.
Israel leading by 10. Now we're under 80 seconds. to find something here to bring it down. Nice contact initiated and using the bank effectively.
Guzman, really good job. Felt the defense on his back. Just probed his way in there.
Will Israel go with Itai Segev at the 5? Nice little bump, no foul called. Got a kick out. Tough three in the corner. Vanassin battles. Iceland. Vanassin getting fouled hard now. The Icelandic players and the coaching staff calling for an upgrade. I just wonder if the officials will consider this.
They're going to come together and have a chat.
Well, this does become an upgrade with 40.3 down by 12. But here's the play by Val Zuzman off the bank. Just keeping Elvar Fredriksson on his back, trying to initiate the con. Oh, yeah. So, upgrade, unsportsmanlike foul. Iceland are going to get 2 free throws, and they will retain possession.
Oh, he's missed his last 4. He's 3 from 8 today, but they'll shoot the free throws and get a possession. He's knocked it down. Good job.
Now, given the time, Z, the fact that he's made this one, potentially with 40.3, they could go 2 for 1 potentially. If they go quick on this. Now they have 14 on the shot clock, so
maybe that's what he needs to shoot his free throws. That's a huge foul, easily upgraded. Maybe he just needs nobody there on the free throw line to knock down 2 of his free throws. Anyway, Iceland gets the ball back here, down 10, and he's got his double-double.
Oh, there's another foul given away. Now the question is, did he foul Vanassin or did he foul Fredriksson? I think it's Fredriksson, so this is perfect for Iceland. Oh no, it's Vanassin, so.
There he is, double-double. 11 points and 14 rebounds. The big fella doing it all, and he's having to play big minutes as well, 29 minutes. He's played the entire.
The Israelis have led by as many as 17 points. If Fredriksson converts both of these, they get a stop down the other end. Plenty of time between game and shot clock. First one good for Elvar Fredriksson. Leading this team currently tonight. 16 points, now 7 out of 8 from the charity stripe. Makes them both. 8-point deficit.
Sub's going to come in.
Ayer Steinason coming into the game. So checking out the game will be Thrastason for Iceland. A little bit of pressure coming in the full court.
Yeah, this is a defensive sub. Put Steinason on Yamada. Little full court press here also from Iceland, just to slow Israel down.
Iceland, just like Israel, don't have any fouls to give. Israel would love to go into the final quarter with a double-digit lead. Oh, a bit of confusion there. Madar in the paints. Can't finish. Goes out of bounds. Iceland will get it back. The 2 for 1 on the table.
Good defense from Iceland. Like I said, they subbed in to have that speed and able to switch on balls.
Well, Dimitri Palatin, Itai Segev coming back in the game, so slightly bigger lineup. But Rafi Meko is going to leave.
Well, now they've made their subs in for defense, excuse me. Israel to do a bit bigger.
Well, here's the player they want the ball in the hands of. Elvar Fredriksson. Going to pick a pop here with Jan Axel Gudmundsson. Fredriksson turns it over. Well, Vanassin puts it up. Almost got it. That's brilliant. I think he was looking to say there was a bit of contact, but huge turnaround from Iceland, who trailed by as many as 17 going into the fourth quarter, only down by 18.
Absolutely, and they were struggling in that third quarter, Josh. I was a bit concerned. They only scored 7 points at, midway through that, but they stuck with it. They dug their heels in and managed to score 20 points to Israel's 24 in that quarter. There's the stats. 3-point line still not being too kind, but the free throw line, they're shooting that 70%, but they're being aggressive. They're getting to the line. Here are the third quarter best plays.
Well, Iceland, as you're going back to the free throw line, they've missed 7 free throws.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want to look back and think it could have been different how we converted.
Yeah.
You make all 7 of those, it's a 1-point deficit, but the man who got things going for Israel at the beginning of the third quarter, Roman Sorkin, he has been incredible tonight.
Roman Sorkin, 21 points, lead all scorers, has done it all, was back-to-back threes as well. This is a nice post move, second, the finish, down low, being aggressive. And here's Sorkin. Nobody puts a hand up in his face. And a couple nervous Icelandic fans in the crowd. And Sorkin playing very well, and with that height of 6'10", that high arcing release is hard to stop.
Well, of course, Roman Sorkin, but basketball fans, indeed, if you love international basketball, use that QR code, scan it, and download Courtside 1891, where you can watch all live streams and extended highlights of FIBA competitions. Courtside 1891, download it today. But go back to Roman Sorkin, because what a career he's had after playing 4 years at the University of Oregon, where he wasn't really an impact player, but he started his pro career with Maccabi Haifa in the north of Israel. He'll spend a bit of time in Summer League play with the Warriors. Fredrickson, wide open, 3. Wow, that would have been big.
Yeah. And that's kind of been the story of their three-point line, kind of rimming in and out all day today.
Denny Avdia back in the lineup. Sorkin's made 3 threes. Make it 4. This guy right now cooking for the Israelis.
And in that same spot here on this left-hand side, because the big man has to help in, is late out on Sorkin on those 3-point.
Extends it back to an 11-point lead. Iceland got to remain principled. Steinason makes a bit of separation, but nobody going in for an offensive board. The first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter are going to be huge for both teams. For Israel, how big a lead can you build?
They're trying to go down low here. Good job on the double team.
Fredrickson comes up with it, and a reaching foul is going to be called against Yamadar.
There's Chauncey Billups, head coach. Portland Trailblazers. Very good job on the defensive end down here, Josh. They double team down low.
Hermanson pulls up for 15. Hand his face, still struggling. Avdia comes up with it. But a foul indeed is going to be called against Jan Axel Gudmundsson. Because they've had 2 tough looks. Well, they had a good look at the beginning with Alvar Fredrickson, but like I said, the early moments of this fourth quarter, huge. Number 4 from the 3-point line currently from that man, Roman Sorkin. 24 points this evening. And that tells you everything from the Icelandic fans.
Yeah. Good shot there. Sorkin's obviously been the hot hand.
Avdia tries to tower his way in. Initiated contact and a blocking foul called. And he'll go to the free throw line. We'll get a look at the replay of this one.
Let's have a look. He does a good job bringing the ball from down. Yes, 100%. It's a foul, sadly, but what he does, he lures the defense in to be, you know, ill-disciplined and smacks his hand. You like it or not, it is a foul. It's a smart offensive move.
And going back to it being a smart play, is,
yeah,
you know, players like Denny Avdia that play at the highest level, because they never predetermine what they want to do. They read the defense.
Yeah.
And you can see what he did with the ball. They're just trying to find a way where he initiates that contact.
I think that's important, especially when I was playing. I never had the move in my head. I let the defense, you know, play first, and then, you know, you've got your bag of offensive tricks that you go to.
Well, they got to make this 3. There it is. That's a good look. The foul indeed is going to be called against Tomer Ganat.
Skinner is hooking. And they call the foul on him.
Well, that's going to be sideline possession. Second team foul against the Israelis. Both teams, indeed, with 2 fouls already here in the fourth quarter. Elias Anderson, veteran player of this team, just going to the bench. Well, Hermanson getting the seal off. Good defensive recovery by Palatine. Now we're at the 10. Goodmanson twisting, turning, puts up a tough one, gets his own rebound. Yep, offensive foul.
That's tough. I like, you know what Iceland does? They drive in there. Let's have a look here. Here's a spin move, and as he goes, he just gives him that chicken wing off. Of good refereeing is called.
Just hanging on to his 13-point cushion. Team indeed who are magnificent in the FIBA EuroBasket qualifiers. Now Madad, mid-range. Palatine, big offensive board coming from the weak side. Madad this time wide open, he'll fire. This time, the Icelandic bench, referee Martin Vulic says no way, that's on the ground.
Emerson's trying to, you know, another smart play. He knows the foul's coming, so he tries to get into his shooting form.
Like Nikola Jokic just made that attempt. Very, very popular indeed. I mean, actually the last FIBA EuroBasket, he made an +1 off the bank against Italy with the same move, but 13-point deficit. Over 2.5 played so far here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Iceland needs a bucket here, Josh. They haven't scored. It's a 5-0 run from Israel. It's a must right now.
Well, Hanassin now going back to the basket, goes in. Big man, where have you been all game?
Hey, big fella. Really takes his time. High arcing little turnaround shot. Good job from him.
Oh, no foul. Oh, no, it's been called. I think it's going to be against Paulsen. That's going to be Iceland's final foul to give away.
There's 7 minutes to go. That's a long time.
Elias Anderson had to go to the bench because he picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah, they've got 2 guys on 4 fouls. Just tipped it out of bounds. There's the post move. And turnaround hook shot. The Iceland fans love it.
Well, Jan Axel Goodmanson, the other player, as you mentioned, also has 4 fouls, so he cannot afford to pick up another one. Icelandic fans, as well as the Israeli fans, trying to get into this one. Remember, Goodmanson's got 4 fouls. Abdia forcing the switch. Final seconds. Abdia goes in the air, hangs, tough finish.
Big time finish. Floats, gets his eyes up on the rim. Stunning finish.
19 points this evening for Denny Abdia. While his head coach Chauncey Billups watching courtside. Oh, Hermanson, great penetration, splitting the defense and just finding an opening.
Yeah, it's time for him to turn up here in this last 6 minutes.
Well, Abdia throws the lob, and again, big man connects with it. Huge play by Roman Sorkin.
Timeout. Iceland want to talk about it. A lovely 1-2 punch between the big fellas.
That indeed is the Tel Aviv pick and roll. Right over the big Lanassin. Roman Sorkin elevating and meeting Denny Abdia at the summit. Big time play by a big time combo.
Love that. His eyes up. He knew exactly where Sorkin is. Puts it, only he can get it. So timeout as Iceland trying to figure out. Remember, it's super important score in the group stage. If you're winning, you want to win big, and if you're losing, you want to keep that margin as small as possible. And that's what Coach Peterson is probably talking about.
No doubt about it, Coach Peterson I mean, 13 points, it's a good margin, but it's not the biggest one you'd like to have at this stage, so there's definitely a lot of time for Iceland. I just think the issue for Iceland right now, and we know that how they played in the qualifiers, those two huge victories for basketball fans. Scan that QR code and download the official FIBA EuroBasket app. Download it on your smartphone, tablet, or Android. Get all the best news, all the best highlights, and content that matters you most. Just think about it. If Iceland go on any sort of a run here, a couple of three-pointers, because that is where their strength usually was in the qualifiers. You look at the energy tracker here for Iceland, the starting five here in the minutes they've played so far. Gudmundsson has played very extensively, but you got to come up with some stops. But the problem for Iceland, you got no more fouls to give.
No, you don't. And that's a big part here. You've got to play disciplined on the defensive end. Offense, you've got to be efficient and direct.
Down by 13. Hermansen finds Fredriksson. There's another kick out. Well, Hermansen's got to make this one. That's just way too short. So now the Israelis just patiently try to wear the clock down as much as possible. But remember, they're only leading by 13. Tome again in the lane. Again, beautiful finish. And he'll go to the free throw line. He was one of their leaders, Z, in the qualifiers. Tonight, well, he's had some big moments at very few occasions.
Yeah, you're right. He was huge. He was averaging 17 points in the qualifiers. Obviously, with certain players missing, he has a bigger role. But right now, 6 points, 50%, gets himself to the free throw line and knocks down the and one.
Extending it back to 16 points. It's over halfway to go in the fourth quarter. Paulson's made 1-3. Good closeout by Palatine. And again, Israel securing the board.
Yeah, Iceland haven't warmed up from the three-point line. 17%, 4 from 23 this afternoon.
Well, again, Avdia attacks, initiates contact, Sorkin with a tip in, and now going up to 28 points, extending it yet again to an 18-point lead.
Sorkin does such a good job. Just backs his teammate up and tips that in. Good double team here from Israel.
Paulson from deep. Goes out of bounds. Now I think that's going to go to Israel, yeah. God, they're going to... Question now, do you go for head coach's challenge? But I think that was definitive.
No, I don't think you use it.
Oh, he's going for it.
Sure, I felt like he's going to use it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, our officials, they'll go to the monitor. They'll have a review of this. So now the players will indeed have to go to the benches. Now we'll get to see the replay and hear what the officials have to say now.
And we'll get to hear, which is great. Coach's challenge. Each coach has one, and the referee has signaled the challenge with a square in the air.
Well, let's listen to our referees, Jana Yilmaz and Martin Vulic, to find out their thoughts.
We have a head coach challenge. We will go into review. Who goes out of bounds? The initial decision was white ball. Now white stop. I have white. Touch the last. Go back. Go back. Stop. Now white stop. Slowly. Step by step. Now blue touch. Going. Blue. Go. 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 Frame by frame. Frame by frame. Frame by frame. Same. Blue. Now go. Blue. Play, please. Blue. Go. Go forward. Go forward. Go forward. Blue. Now go forward. Now I have the right hand. Go forward, forward, forward. Go, 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 go. So what I see, it is a right hand on the white player, and after that I don't see any contact with the left hand of the blue player. So it means that the white player is the last one who touched the ball before we went out of bounds, correct? Do you see the same? I have the same. Now it is the last touch from white. Correct.
it means we will change the initial decision. After the review, the call is reserved, and we are changing the decision. It will be blue ball. And shot clock 14.
Well, there you have it. Indeed, a successful head coach's challenge. I mean, that was hard to see because from our angle, I felt the initial call was right, but yes, that is the beauty of instant replay. Well, we'll be deep on the sideline here for Iceland.
Good use of your coaching challenge.
But here's, as you said, they've got to get a bucket now, Zayn, because down 18, 4:48 to go. If you don't score now.
Yeah, their offense has really dried up this quarter. Only 4 points. Really struggled to get anything easy. Israel's made them work.
Ron Axel Goodmanson, final second, step back three. Front iron. A push in the back foul is going to be given, and that's going to be free throws coming up for Palatine.
Israel's defense has honestly been elite, Josh. They're moving, they're being, disruptive. Their hands are in the air. They're helping each other on the rotations. Very, very high-level defense here, and the reason why they've kept Iceland to 4 points.
Well, it is indeed going to be Guy Palatine at the free throw line, because he played in the final window of the FIBA EuroBasket qualifiers. Because had that victory against Portugal.
Yes, they did, didn't they?
Those fans enjoying the occasion. Palatine makes the second one. 19-point lead. You hear the atmosphere from those Israeli fans. No doubt many of them fans of both Maccabi and Hapoel in Tel Aviv, also Hapoel in Jerusalem. I saw earlier, saw a couple of purple flags. We got a few Hapoel Hulania fans in the building.
So Sokin called for his third foul.
And now the Icelandic fans, you can hear them getting into it. So great atmosphere we've had so far in Katowice.
They're going back and forth, aren't they?
Fredriksson. They got to play it down. Nowhere to go to. Nobody moving to get open. Good defense yet again. That's going to be an offensive foul. I think the foul's going to be called against Bjornsson, I believe.
But look how far Israel is pushing Iceland away from the bucket. They can't even get a good, clean look at the hoop. Great defense again for Israel. Impressive here in this fourth.
I think the first, and you're right, you're absolutely right. The defense was magnificent, but the disappointing part, you get a great penetration from Fredriksson. He can't dish off to Lanassin. He can't kick out to it. Nobody getting open.
No, everyone's standing and watching.
Palatine, corner, three, takes it. Gannat coming up with the offensive board. Oh, Tomek Gannat left wide open. Not hitting anything. Oh, good finish in transition. Thrastason.
That's the easiest point that they've had in quite some time, but that's their style, and they've got away from that transition, getting quick points.
Well, Gannat hangs. And again, Iceland want to run. Fredriksson bumps, dishes off. Now they go on a 4-0 run in Z. You made a good point. You've got to keep scoring. Points difference matters here at the EuroBasket, especially in group play.
Well, and also this is only game day one, right? Nobody's qualifying through to Riga just yet, so it is important. Obviously, you want around 2 wins get you to Latvia, Riga, but doesn't matter. You know, we've seen crazy things happen, tiebreakers, and it does come down to points. So Iceland, like I said earlier on in the game, I've never seen Iceland not fight till the very end, and here they go trying to push back 15-point lead, and they're just going to chip away at it for this 3 minutes 20.
Now this timeout, of course, off the back of a 4-0 run from Iceland, called by head coach Ariel Beit Halafmi of Israel. I mean, what do you think the message will be? More patience maybe in the offense?
Yeah, and looking after the ball, make sure, you know, you're creating that space to catch, but you've got to get back on transition defense. I said that in the first half because you asked me, what does Israel do on the offense? The offense is perfectly fine. You got multiple guys lighting up, sulking with 28 points, you know, guys that can score in different ways. You've got to get back, especially as you advance in this group. You're going to play a fast, long, lean team like France. You've got Slovenia. You've got to, you know, clean these things up. And this is what's great because they will have tomorrow off. They'll watch film. They'll probably listen to us with their scout.
Well, he will be getting a lot of plaudits from me tonight. Again, it just hasn't been enough, though. But he's had a magnificent game, no doubt about it. Just finishing with that double-double. No foul committed. Or maybe
Clock
actually clock, yes. No foul, my apologies.
He was about to take off.
I like that.
He's saying, come on. About to make a highlight.
Well, he's had a good game as well. There's no arguments. 19 points, 2 rebounds away from a double-double. Because he had 3 blocks in the first quarter. Hasn't had one since, but Denny Abdia doing Denny Abdia things, I guess.
Yeah, Abdia's done really well. 19 points to go with Sulkin's 28. That's big between the two big fellas.
Iceland can't afford to foul. Don't want to send Israel to the free throw line.
They've got a double Sulkin here.
Carrington hasn't made a 3 tonight. Sorkin, huge board. Unable to convert second chance points. And again, here comes Iceland. Well, why not? Takes a deep one. But that just isn't good enough.
Yeah, bad miss. Don't love that shot. Not in rhythm.
Abdia contact.
He's going to need a ice bath after this game for sure. He's hit the deck for multiple times.
He's had a few aggressive words to Allison about that. And here was the first foul. So that one committed by Bjornsson. And watch here. I think that's what he's unhappy about, but I think if anything, Allison just trying to prevent any potential and one because he was in the 1-2 step, I guess.
Yeah, but that's a silly foul, and I think I'm with him. A 20-year-old comes over and just bumps him aimlessly. Sulkin goes out the game. That will be his afternoon completed with 28 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in 31 minutes.
Since winning the FIBA Under-20 EuroBasket back in 2018, won in consecutive years actually, he has been the big talk of the Israeli national team. Dropped into the NBA by the Washington Wizards. Of course, now with the Trailblazers. Segev is going to get called for the foul here. Well, this is good for Iceland because now this will send them to the free throw line, a chance to put points on the board without any time coming off the clock. 2:32 to go in the fourth. Well, Sorkin was now for Longzy.
No, I just gave him his flowers. And he said, not just yet. Interesting.
Well, Segev was the one who committed the foul. That was only his 3rd.
That's interesting.
It's now Thrasterson. Only able to make the first one. Well, Thrasterson spent a bit of time playing professional in Belgium. 1 season at Davidson College in the NCAA. Makes them both. 14-point deficit.
No full court press here from Iceland, but nothing to take it off. No trap or anything.
As you can see the patient play. Israel taking every second off the shot clock. Nadal makes a tough pass. Abdia not going to go. Iceland come up with it. And now they want to run again. Well, makes the dime, goes in. Again, misses a point blank. But they get the offensive rebound. Fighting until the very end.
Well, they've gone with their bench, Iceland here.
Well, don't want to foul it. Come up with it. Hemmingson. Hemmingson goes, throws it down with 2 hands. And now it's back to a 10-point deficit.
And a timeout's been called, and sometimes that's all you need. Need your bench players to watch the game, see where they can come in and help, and there they go. They choke up the ball, Israel, and Iceland come back within 10.
Israel's argument is going to be that Cody Janssen, number 12, reached in, that they felt that should have been a foul, but you know what? Officials allowed play to continue, and this is quite a big run from Iceland.
And yet again, I've said it multiple times in this game, Iceland do not give up. There was a point there that they only had 4 offensive points. Now they're at 14. They're tied. It's 14-16 this quarter, where Israel, I was praising them, saying, hey, the defense has been great. They've really suffocated Iceland. And then they get back to their identity, Iceland. They love to get out in transition, quick points, and they're back within 10. There's a minute and 48 seconds. I've seen it with a bigger deficit, to be honest.
And I think the vindication for Iceland in the FIBA EuroBasket qualifiers, remember 3 windows, all roads began in 2023 in February. They were up against the Italians, they're up against Turkey, and of course they got the doubleheader against Hungary. Now they've won both games against Hungary, but the final game against Turkey, I felt vindicated them and allowed them to say to everybody, listen, we can compete. But Z down by 10, 148. They've never won a game at a FIBA EuroBasket.
Yeah, but it's also brought their fans back in. There it is, beautiful shot. You know, they felt they were down and out, but now a minute and 48, they got their backs.
No fouls to give. Madad's got to get it over. There's a double team yet again. Sorkin with 28, bumps, goes in. Blocking foul given. Foul is going to be called against Bjornsson. Well, Bjornsson proven to be quite a versatile and dynamic. He can play 3 through 5 if you like.
Yeah. 6 foot, 32 years old, and you know, great body. Here's Sorkin. He was sitting for all the third. Look, he's done all his damage in that first playing minutes and scoring. And a nice little 7-0 run of his own and hit back-to-back threes. Madad will hit the bench. I'm not going to say it's the last time we've seen him because I thought Sorkin wasn't going to come back in the game, but he is standing just around the scores table, so maybe he might sub in.
Well, Ty Segev is going to go for a provisional substitution. As of now, Roman Sorkin leads the EuroBasket points. He's now overtaken both Lauri Markkanen and Ludvig Hackinson, who both last night had 28 in that head-to-head between Sweden and Finland. What a way to begin the EuroBasket for this man. I wonder if he missed that second one on purpose, knowing Ty Segev was going to sub in for him.
And he wanted a 30-piece.
Now 31, leading the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket as of now. Deep 3 for Iceland. Avdia towering for the board.
Avdia loses the ball. They've got to get it over.
Well, that was Denny Avdia's 9th board. Finds Palatine. Guy Palatine had space, didn't go for it. Sorkin's been on fire.
Got to shoot it. Nope.
It's going to be a 24, yep.
Yeah, Israel really, they could have had an easy shot, but want to use the clock. The clock is their friend right now. They don't want to shoot a quick shot so then Iceland can get the rebound and go down the other end. They want to use the full 24 seconds.
Because as we kept saying about Iceland, wanted to minimize the deficit regardless whether they do lose this game. Same for Israel. You already said this. You want to score by as many points as possible.
Yeah. But at this point, I think it's also managing the time.
Well, there's a deep 3, cutting it down to 10. 49.9 left. Huge 3-pointer by Henningsen.
It's their first 3 in a really long time. Now they'll just play hot potato.
Well, Rafi Mako's wide open. Palatine penetrates. Timur. Now they get to Mako. 3, corner. Standing it back yet again to 13. Well, Henningsen being smothered. There's a pump fake. Janssen. Good passing. Oh, no. Found a way. Iceland again, persistently putting on this full court man-to-man pressure.
Henningsen done a good job from Iceland though. There's a foul here. Number 5 from Iceland come in off the bench, given it his all. Scored 9 points in only 3 minutes.
Oh, indeed, that is very efficient. That is from the 45 Olympic centers. Now Rafi Mako with the free throw. And that three-pointer that Mako made in the corner kind of gives me memories back in 2022 at the Bilbao Arena in the semifinals of the Basketball Champions League when he played for Apoel Holon. Made a three-pointer, leveled the game up against the then eventual champions Tenerife. I remember the arena going into a very exhilarating mood with 2,000 Purple fans from Holon.
Good rebound down low.
Iceland down by 12. There's a kick out. That's a tough one. Puts him a deep. As Baltimore secures the rebound. Israel winning their opening game of the 2025 FIBA EuroBasket, 83-71 against Iceland. Iceland's 11th game in the EuroBasket, and indeed, the long wait continues. Still searching for that first victory. I mean, it was a great game, but I just think the Israelis, they were terrific.
Yeah, really good, especially on the defensive end. I spoke about it, how they really pushed Iceland away from the basket and made it tough. You know, Iceland did a great job on the transition. 25 points from transition, fast break points, only 30 with Israel. That's something Iceland can work on. You have to have kind of amnesia and a short-term memory in this group stage. You've got to learn from your mistakes. What did you do well? Take a day off tomorrow and then come back. Israel, on the other hand, I think can learn a couple of things. A good game, but can still clean up on certain things.
Well, the Israelis led by as many as 19 points. That was the biggest scoring one. They did go on an 11-0 run, but they led throughout the majority of this game.
Yeah.
At that point, it was just too much to ask for Iceland to make a comeback. Only Eitan Berg not getting in the lineup tonight, the man who plays for Bnei Herzliya. As the Israelis will celebrate with their fans. Still 2 more games to come today before we look at the stats and the highlights. But a big congratulations to head coach Ariel Beit Lahmi and his players. Great way to begin on a win.
That's always what you want. It doesn't matter, you know, how it looks, as long as you get it done. To get that first win in your pocket in a EuroBasket is huge. It builds confidence, it builds momentum. It, you know, really gets yourself going. So good job from Israel. I felt like they played a great team game. I spoke about, you know, coach going deep into his bench. He went 11 guys, and a tournament like this, how tough it is, the energy, the type of play, how physical it is. If you can go 11 deep, that's huge. Here's the numbers. Iceland really struggled from the three-point line, known as a three-point shooting team. 17% really isn't going to cut it. They get to the free throw line and, you know, cost them at set stages. 72%. Israel, 50%.
Well, there's the rebound count. Yeah. Iceland, of course, battling Israel with 5 more assists. And, you know, Iceland, we saw it at the end with the full court pressure, trying to trap in the full court and the half court. But at that point, Ziel said again, it was just too little, too late. Well, fans, we are indeed going to show you the highlights. But remember, you can catch both teams at the post-game press conferences. Well, we'll hear from the coaches of both teams as well as an accompanying player, which we'll find out. But Z, I'm going to head to the press conference. I'll see you for the next game before we get to the highlights.
Yeah, well, I just want to highlight Sulkin. Roman Sulkin has done a fantastic job. 29 years old, really dominant. As we watch the fourth quarter, best plays, and it's all Mr. Sulkin himself. Lines up the three. His fans love it. And really got going early in the game and just carried on that confidence. Here's the big fella down low. Henderson is probably going to need that a little bit more. He is the superstar of Israel. Yeah, did a lovely job. And like I said, I think Iceland can really learn from their mistakes. You know, they did turn over the ball where Israel scored on them. If they can just clean that up, I think that will really help as they go into the second game. Israel scored 16 points off of Iceland's 13 turnovers. But a great job. I think Israel have something here. I spoke about it at the start of the game. I like what they've got. Here's a transition quick bucket where Iceland need to go back to this. Also the quick full court trap where they found themselves a couple of easy points. Israel gets the win, 83-71. High fives all around as they can go into their day off feeling good with that win under their belt. There it is. Well, Belgium and France are the next game coming up at 5. They're onto the floor already warming up. It's a full day of action here in game day 1 in Group D, and then later on we've got the host Poland taking on Slovenia, who are trying to break up a house party for the Polish.